PWCC is a great way to sell your sports cards. If you're looking for a way to support the Cajun Cardboard YouTube channel, consider using the promo code Cajun, all caps, C-A-J-U-N, when you're selling your cards on the PWCC marketplace. Hey guys, Brian with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana, right smack in the middle of a work day. I'm bringing you mail day number 108. Pretty good mail day today. We're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Michael Jordan cards. I think 8 of which appear in the Michael Jordan Hierarchy Project. Just to update people out there, the MJ Hierarchy posters are available and they are selling quickly. I've sold 167 posters in 48 hours. You are still eligible as of, well, by the time you see this video, it'll be close. The top 100 people that purchase one or more posters are eligible for a 1 in 100 chance. Yes, only the first 100 are going to be eligible to win a Hoops Superstars MJ PSA 10, valued at about $350 to $450. I did a video on it, so you guys can go check that out if you need to. If you want to know how to buy the posters, go on my channel, watch the video. Just scroll back in the most recent videos. It came out this Monday, which would have been, what, the 25th. It gives you all the details of what you're eligible for, how to pay, what information I need, etc., etc. And that is it on that. Let's get going on this mail day. Here we go. As usual, I vault my cards with PWCC, and I love it. And so I've got a shareable link as usual. These are the cards that have arrived in my vault this week and been uploaded in high def, curated front and back. And card number 1 is a usual suspect and a great card. Again, atomic refractors are the toughest cards to show in 2D. So this is not a great candidate for pro vaulting, right? This is a card where you really want to have it in your hand, swivel it around, look at it, turn it backwards, upside down, shine the light on it. But best I can do, I did pick up this little PSA 8. You guys know I collect 10s and 8s and 9.5s. This would go in my Jordan budget PC. I just saw the price. I thought it was too good a price to pass up. And so this 96 Bowman's Best Shots Atomic Refractor PSA 8 goes into the PC. The one thing I learned from watching the Hierarchy Project, and I'm not pumping and dumping, I'm just calling it like I see it, is I noticed that the pack odds on the Atomic Refractors were extremely, extremely tough, like really, really tough. And so I resigned myself to make a concerted effort to chase. And I know some of you guys who watched the MJ Hierarchy Project probably did the same thing. You saw some cards that you hadn't seen or maybe you forgot about, and you're like, you know what, I'm going to put that at the top of my list. Well, I kind of did that with Atomic Refractors and PSA 10 and PSA 8. Just go get those bad boys. I think at the time that I did the project, I didn't own a single Atomic Refractor. I don't think I owned one. And now I think I've accumulated maybe 6 or 7 in various grades. There's only so many of them out there. I think there was 8 or 9. I can't remember. I'm sorry, I don't recall. But this is one of them, and this is one of the lowest end. This might be the cheapest Atomic Refractor in existence, the 96 Bowman's Best Shots BS6. And so that is card number 1 on our mail day. Reverse image of Mike on the back. Every shot is Mike's best, but most thrilling is the quick dribble ignition past the defender en route to a one-hand slam. Again, the corny narratives on the back are just freaking awesome. That's card number 1 on the list. Let's go to card number 2. And this one I'm super thrilled about because this is a big boy pickup. I bought this card from VTV Sports Cards, who has been buying a lot of high-end Jordans lately. So shout out to VTV. This is my first opportunity to get a deal done with him. This is the 1997 Finest card number 39. There's a couple of 97 Finest refractors out there that we covered in the MJ Hierarchy Project, and it can get confusing when it comes to determining the pack odds of those cards. You can actually see Vin Baker's shorts. I know he's number 42 from these Bucks teams in the 1997 season. So that's Vin Baker's right leg behind Jordan right there. You can see Ron Harper on there. You can see Rodman right there. And then I don't know who this fat buck is right here. I guess it could be Jahidi White. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know if it's Jahidi White. The back of the card right there, the front of the card, it's a nice clean refractor. I picked this card up for $1,000. which I thought was a pretty good price. Did I look this card up? No, that's a different card. Anyway, continuing along, I think this is the card I picked up from, maybe this is not. I need to look at this a little bit closer. Sorry, I might have my pack odds mixed up or my pops or something like that. Or actually, that might not be who I bought that card from. So forgive me. I bought a Refractor PSA 10, but it might be the one that's coming up. I just can't remember. 96 Topps Season's Best. I can't believe I didn't have this in my collection. You guys know I collect PSA 10, especially in these lower end inserts. This is the 96 Season's Best card number 18, also known as the Sticky Fingers. Okay, it features, it's an insert set that features the guys who led the league in steals and things like that. There is a Topps Chrome version of this card. Just like the Enfuego, the Topps look better than the Topps Chrome in my personal opinion. I don't have the Topps Chrome PSA 10 either. I did have this card. In fact, I'll show it. This is my Sticky Fingers family. That sounds like a horrible name for a pornographic movie, but Sticky Fingers Family is what I decided to call this. And you'll see I have I'll show you the difference between the Topps Chrome and the Topps. There's the Topps Chrome PSA 8 Season's Best, right? So you can see it's kind of pure metal around the edge of the card. That's my PSA 8 Topps Chrome. That's my PSA 8 Topps Normal, which has got really good centering for an 8. And here's the PSA 10 that I just picked up. So that's my Sticky Fingers family. I picked this card up for $690 on the PWCC Weekly, and I'm not sure why that card is not showing up in the card ladder sales. I am 100% positive that I bought this card for $690. This is a card that's on the run. There's 253 of them. So like I said, this is kind of a low-end Jordan insert. It is not rare at all. It's been graded, over 1,500 times by the Big Two. There's 253 10s, 119 9.5. So you're pushing 450, 460, something like that. Gem copies out there between the two big grading companies. But the PSA 10's moving now, okay? It's up 46.57% over the last year. I wonder if it's down. It's even up over the last 2 years, which is really rare for a high pop insert. I consider this a high pop insert. So the last one sold at $720. The one before that was $600. I picked mine up at $690 out the door, and it was from my vault into my vault the very next day. That's another beautiful thing about PWCC. If you're buying or selling if you're buying on PWCC and you are a PWCC Vault member, which is free, by the way, your card, as soon as you pay, bam, it is in your vault, and you can do a mail day just like me. You can cut and paste pictures and put it on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or whatever the kids do nowadays. And so that's one of the beautiful things about being with PWCC and being a Vault member, is that when you buy something, it's immediately available to you and it's in there. If you want to hold it in your hand and you want to see that Bowman's your Bowman's Best Atomic Refractor BS6 and see what it looks like in hand, all I got to do is request shipment, and then I just pay for the shipping. It comes to me, I swivel it around, and then I send it right back to the vault, because I don't keep my cards down here in disgusting, humid Louisiana. The next one's a weird card. It's an oddball card. We did see it in the Hierarchy Project in Tier 4. I opted to purchase this PSA 9 copy of the 1991 Hoops prototype. That's what the card looks like. This was when they were, I think, thinking about doing metal cards. But it's the 91 Hoops prototype, and I've got the Pop Report pulled up. This card is card number 004, and so it is a Pop 101 in PSA 10. There's only been 337 ever graded. That's not a lot, okay? So this is not the most common card, significantly more rare than the Sticky Fingers we just looked at. It does say prototype written across the back. It's a card that we did feature, and Josh Dawson got to show us in great detail in the Hierarchy Project. That's the great microwave Vinnie Johnson guarding Jordan, or trying to guard Jordan, by the way. But this card in a PSA 9, I went ahead and picked it up for $144 again in the PWCC Weekly auction. So it popped right into my vault the next minute. So 144 is about right. 178, 125, I'm right around there. I chose to go for the placeholder. I'm not really sure why, to be quite honest with you, because I'm more of a PSA 10 guy, and the disparity's not that great. $500, so it's only about 3x of what the PSA 9 is. If I see a PSA 10, I'll probably pull the trigger. The PSA 10's been all over the place here. Let's see, 510, 615, 610, 534, 600, 500. So anywhere between 500 and 600 is what you're looking at for the PSA 10 prototype. And again, what we just looked at says there's only 101 of them out there, so not that many. So interesting card right there. A little bit of an oddball card. Wasn't high on my list, but when I see a card in a PWCC auction, auction, a weekly auction, I'm like, if I could pick it up for a little bit less than what the last one sold for, or about comp, sometimes I do it just to kind of create a placeholder. So now if I go pick up the 10, I'll probably let the 9 go. And then, it doesn't hurt as much paying the 500 when you're going to get about 140, 150 back. The 97 Finest card number 287. This is the base version. It's called the Creators. It's not really, but people refer to it as the Creators Refractor, and that's what it is. Here's the front. There's the back. Nothing super special or sexy about this card. It is a base card. Card number 287, Family. I've got it pulled up. Here's what I've got. I've got the Refractor PSA 10 that is serial numbered to 1090. I've got the base with coating in an 8, and then I've got the base without coating in a 10. You guys know me. I like it without the coating, right? And so my PSA 10 refractor copy here has no coating, which I am very, very happy to announce. That's just the way I do things. That's the next card is a Jamboree, and this is going to be strange because I normally don't hoard Jordan cards. I like to spread the money around and buy quantity. By the way, in case you haven't noticed, I'm anti-consolidation. I'm about to do a video on it. I just don't like it. Do I believe in selling cards to buy bigger cards? I do. I'm just not willing to consolidate and make the sacrifices, and we talk about this in the project with Josh Dawson because he collects in a similar way, Northeast Sports Cards. I'm not willing to make the sacrifice to sell or trade 60 Jordan cards that I know and love and that are all unique for one Jordan card. I would, if I can't afford the big Jordan card that I want, I just wait. And it's going to lead to slower progress collecting. But the cards that I have in my Michael Jordan collection, I collected those cards and purchased those cards for a reason. And the reasons haven't changed over the last 2 years to the point where they're no longer important or meaningful to me. I enjoy quantity almost as much as I enjoy quality. And I'm just not willing to make the sacrifices necessary to move 100 or 50 or 200 Jordan cards to pick up one Jordan card. I'll do a video in the future where the hypothetical is a PMG green for, that much of my collection that would be required to pay for the PMG green and even trade and even swap. I would not do that. I'm just looking you in the eye and I've got a green shirt on. So, I would not do that. I would not trade, my 100 best Jordan cards for a PMG green if just assume that the values were commensurate, right? I wouldn't do it. It's just not how I do things. It's not how I collect. I know it's rare. I know I may never see the PMG green again, but I'd rather have hundreds less or maybe thousands of cards than one PMG green. It's just me. Anyway, going back to the Jamboree, I got a buku of these. I got a bunch of these. There's the finishers, by the way. And you know what? This was the card that I bought for $1,000 from VTV. I'm sorry, I apologize. The last one sold for $861. The one before that was $985. I didn't even feel like arguing. This one sold way back in May. The Refractor PSA 10s have run a little bit. It's only a pop 26. We got a deal done in a matter of seconds, and he shipped the card right away. So that was the card that I bought from VTV for $1,000. I do apologize. I was wrong the first time around. And now I'm second guessing. Maybe I was right the first time around. I don't know. I bought one of these refractors for $1,000. It's in a spreadsheet over here. I keep every single card I buy in a spreadsheet. So I think it was this one. And I was like, sure, I'll pay $100 more. I love to pay more than the card's worth. Anyway, getting back to the Jamboree. Here's my Jamboree family. It's the same card 3 times. I don't know why. If you look at this, this one says Upper Deck Encore. This one says Upper Deck Jamboree with no mention of Encore. This one says Upper Deck Jamboree with no mention of Encore. I've got 3 PSA 10s. It is the same card whether it says Encore or not, unless I don't know something. I don't think there's an Upper Deck Jamboree and an Upper Deck Encore Jamboree. I thought it was Upper Deck Encore. I can't even remember what I put on the MJ hierarchy poster, but I assure you I got it based on what Trading Card Database and Beckett and all those places had in PSA. So everybody else can go check that out. I do have 3 of these. The reason I picked it up is right here. This is the card that I picked up, and I picked it up for $126. Again, I had 2 of the cards. PWCC Weekly came across my desk. Of course, I check it every single week because it ends on Sunday, and I love picking up cards like this in that auction. That's the same card that I've got in my vault right here. 089 certification number, 089 certification number. So that's my purchase for $126 on last Sunday. And as you can see, 215, 215, 250, 220, I'm loving it at 126. I mean, if I wanted to, if I really gave a shit about $100, I'd probably go list it for 225, buy it now on eBay, sell it, lose some money, or put it right back in the PWCC fixed price marketplace for 225 and see if I get any bites. But I just don't. I'm just going to hang on to the card because I like the card. It's in the MJ hierarchy. It matters. I've got 3 of them. That's fine. I'm not in a hurry to move anything for $100. It's just not that big a deal. The 39 card number 39. You saw I picked up the refractor PSA 10. This is just the base version. No coating as God intended. Nothing really special to see right there. Next on the list is, I picked this one up because it was just a good looking card. It's a 1997 collector's choice. I don't even remember what I paid. It had to be like $20, $30, something like that. Maybe it's a PSA 10 though. Maybe it was a little bit more than that. I'm not sure what I paid. Again, it's in the spreadsheet, but I put in a price that I thought was low based on the comps. And so the fact that I woke up Monday morning and saw that I won the card means I got it under comps or right at comps. I certainly didn't overpay for this one because this one doesn't really call to me. But as you guys know, how about this guy that looks just like Jordan over here on the right? What's happening here? That's Jordan's face. That's Jordan's face. But this, what the hell is happening? That's definitely Jordan. Or is it Mike Tyson mixed with Jordan? What is going on right here? Somebody let me know what in the hell I'm looking at. Catch 23, fast break, starring the GOAT. Yeah. I don't know what's happening here, but Jordan's face is appearing over here on the right, and he's there with the ball, and it looks like he's wearing a suit. I don't know what's happening. I don't think Jordan would ever wear a blazer with pants that don't match, so I don't know what's happening here. Somebody look at this card and tell me what the hell I'm looking at. The last card that I picked up is just a little gamble. I thought it looked really good when I looked at the images, and now I'm noticing this bottom left corner is a little wider than I would have liked. I think I picked this up for $112, if I'm not mistaken. I do own 2 8 copies. This is the 1996 Stadium Club Special Forces. So I picked up this NBA version here. I'm going to run it up the flagpole with PSA and just see what happens. The reason is because I picked it up for $112. The PSA 7 last sold for $133, $120 before that. So if I grade it with PSA, it comes back a 7. I got what I paid for, and plus it's fun because you guys will get to see me do a grade reveal. It'll just be one more card. I've got some other cards over here that I need to send to PSA. And by the way, I should have some orders coming back in a Beat the Box series that has been there. It seems like it's been there for like 10 weeks. I don't know. I need to check on that. Maybe PSA slowed down or something. I feel like my order's been there forever. But if I somehow can pull a PSA 8 out of this, it's a $200 card. So, that's a $70, return, right, on 112 investment, 20 to grade it, let's say. That's 132 I'm in. That's 68, 69, $70, something like that. The last one sold for 198. And then, of course, PSA 9 would be a big number. That's a $500 card. Consistently now, 536, 800 somebody paid for a PSA 8, which seems like a PSA 9, which seems like a really big number. Pop 54. The PSA 10 is the tough one. That is a Pop 12, really tough card to find, and that hasn't sold in the last full year. In the last 2 years, it's sold twice, 3,000 and 4,573. So anyway, taking a shot at PSA with that one. That's it, guys. That's mail day number 108. Again, an Atomic Refractor 8, a Refractor no coating PSA 10 from 97. The other Refractor PSA 10 from 97 is right. No, what am I doing? Boy, I really messed up this mail day. I know for a fact that I thought I purchased a 97, another 97 Refractor. Maybe I just got it all backwards. That's the mail day. That's the worst mail day ever. I apologize. Mail day number 108. Hopefully you had fun looking at the cards. I'm completely backwards. I got too many cards coming in to even keep track of who I bought them from or how much I paid. Now I'm thinking maybe I did pay $1,000 for this, which sounds about right. So who knows? I don't know. That's the list. That's the mail day. I apologize for being so disorganized, but like I said, I'm in the middle of a work day and I'm shipping out freaking 50 posters a day, so my brain's a little bit scrambled, plus I live in Louisiana, so all of those things combined to make me a very confused person. Thank you guys as always for watching. If you're thinking about buying or selling on PWCC, go into my YouTube description for my channel, go to the About section, go to the bottom. There's a couple ways you can support my channel. by buying and or selling on the PWCC weekly or premier marketplace, or even the fixed price marketplace, which doesn't really get a lot of traffic right now. It probably needs to be tweaked and ironed out a little bit, but there's ways to support the channel in that YouTube channel description. If just click about, go to the bottom, and it speaks for itself. I won't waste any more time. I hope you guys have a great weekend. You should be watching this probably most likely on a Saturday, unless you're tardy. And then anyway, keep collecting, stay positive in the hobby, and peace.